Hello and welcome back to the podcast scenario. My name is Jan, and today we're continuing our Let's Play as Japan. In the previous episode, we started annexing the Uesugi and the Takeda daimyos, and they're gonna get there in 65, so in about 10 years. Hopefully, we're probably gonna get there within the episode since we're playing on full speed. Full speed ahead. I've been watching a lot of Voyager. Sorry. Star Trek Voyager, that is. I've been really enjoying it again. Now, in between episodes, I kind of looked at parts of the world, not really outside what we can see already, but I've been looking at the world a bit, and I've noticed that the Bahamas are surprisingly large. Usually it's Vijayanagar that goes and takes over everything. And the Patani exist. Now, I was pretty sure they didn't exist, but I've noticed that the Ayutthaya has moved. This all used to be Ayutthayan territory up to down here, I think. And they now seem to have moved more towards Daivet, into Langzang, where they have the Champasaki nationalists. Oh, I'm in a sneezy mood. Also pronounced at the same time. Majapahit didn't really spread, neither has Makassar. These nations don't really spread or colonize that much, so it might be a good idea for us to start colonizing as soon as possible. Taiwan, or Chinese Taipei, if you wish, depending where in the country, where in the world you are and how you wish to pronounce it. But the island of Taiwan is a good place to go, as well as the Kurils later, and I think is this part of Kamchatka? I'm not sure. The Sakhalin. I can't remember. This island as well. I can't remember what the name of that island is. Again, I'm an idiot when it comes to names. Therefore, I'm gonna open a map service now and check. That's how shit I am at it. Because I keep forgetting. I looked it up several times by now, and I keep forgetting what it is. So I'm gonna open a map service over here. We have the wave of obscurantism. Knowledge is power, of course. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is always power. This is Japan. No, that's not Kamchatka. Kamchatka is up beyond the Kurils, isn't it? I know this island has Sapporo on it somewhere around here. The only reason I know that is because I watched ski jumping. I think Sapporo is somewhere here. Somewhere, yeah, like over here. But I can't remember what the island is called. And it doesn't say here as well. Sorry to whoever knows. Also the second island, I have no idea what the second island is. But that's how it goes. I'm trying to Google it now while I talk to you guys. I was gonna talk about the history of Japan a bit, but I've noticed it's a very complex history, so it might take us a bit of research before I can actually talk about the history of Japan. Wikipedia is not being very helpful with it at the moment. I mean, it is, but there's a lot to go through, so it's kind of difficult to figure everything out. Okay, apparently this island is called Hokkaido. Hokkaido, yeah, that's it. Where's Okinawa? I don't know where Okinawa is. Honestly, I know these are Guam. These are the Ryukyu Islands. I don't know where Okinawa is. These are the Kurils. They're disputed between Russia and Japan. I think they're technically still at war over them. More administration or more administration? We're gonna go with administration this time. I know that the Kurils are a disputed territory. I know that much. Well, that was a failure. I tried typing in Kurils, and for some reason autocorrect decided to correct it to Urosh, which means which is a name in my nation. Yeah. blah blah blah. So basically, all the Kuril Islands are under the Russian jurisdiction, but Japan claims the two southernmost large islands, Iturup and Kunashir, as part of their territory, as well as Shikotian and the Hebumai Islets, which has led to ongoing Kuril Island dispute. Which, yeah, that's still going on. So basically, they're claiming. I think this is technically part of the Kurils as well. So this is part of the Kurils, what is here in Tokachi. So I think they're claiming these two islands. Yeah. So as far as I know, they are still at war over them. Technically, they never ended the Second World War over these islands. Well, we have to do something. So we're gonna spend a bit of money to heal the plague. Even. How is our income? Our income is actually quite okay. We might actually try and get more ships going into this node. If I can click on it. Because we currently don't have that much trade power. The problem is we don't have many provinces, but once we get these new provinces into our nation, we should be okay. Currently 6 minutes in, and how many years have passed? 4 years or 3-4 years? So we might actually be able to do it within the episode. But yeah. It says here that the modern Kuril Islands dispute arose in the aftermath of World War II and resulted from the ambiguities and disagreements about the meaning of the Yalta Agreement, the Potsdam Declaration, and the Treaty of San Francisco. The Yalta Agreement, Yalta, signed by the US, Great Britain, and Soviet Union, stated the leaders of the three great powers, the Soviet Union, the United States of America, and Great Britain, have agreed that in 2 or 3 months after Germany has surrendered and the war in Europe is terminated, the Soviet Union shall enter into war against Japan on the side of the Allies on condition that the former rights of Russia violated by the treacherous attack on Japan in 1904 shall be restored, the southern part of Sakhalin as well as the islands adjacent to it shall be returned to the Soviet Union. The Kuril Islands shall be handed over to the Soviet Union. Japan, as well as the US, claimed that the Yalta Agreement did not apply to the northern territories because they were not part of the Kuril Islands, although US geographers have traditionally listed them as part of the Kuril chain. In 1998 article in the journal Pacific Affairs, blah blah blah. We have been contacted by a variety of dissidents from other states. These dissidents claim to have vast supporters who just need some cash. They are most likely lying. Despite this, their claim have excited many influential people at our court. Supporting the dissidents won't accomplish anything other than antagonizing the other state, but failure to support could give a bad impression. We're gonna support them. We have the money. What does the Potsdam Agreement state? The Potsdam Agreement states that the following Japan territories, the terms of the Kyoto Declaration shall be carried out, and Japanese sovereignty shall be limited to the islands of Honshu, Hokkaido, Kyushu, Shikoku, and such minor islands as we determine. The islands comprising the northern territories are not explicitly included in the list, but the U.S. subsequently maintained, particularly during the preparation of the Treaty of San Francisco, that the phrase "and such minor islands as we determine" could be used to justify transferring the northern territories to Japan. The Kyoto Declaration, Japan will also be expelled from all other territories which she has taken by violence and greed. Then the San Francisco Treaty. Substantial dispute regarding the status of the Kuril Islands arose between the US and Soviet Union during the preparation for the Treaty of San Francisco in 1951. This is all much later than this game goes, but since we were talking about the Kurils. The treaty was supposed to be a permanent peace treaty between Japan and the Allied powers. By that time, the Cold War had already taken hold, and this was in 51, mind you. And the position of the US in retaliation to Yalta and Potsdam agreements had changed considerably. The US had come to maintain that the Potsdam Declaration should have precedence and that strict adherence to the Yalta Agreement was not necessary, since, in the views of the US, the Soviet Union itself violated several provisions of the Yalta Agreement in relation to the rights of other countries. The Soviet Union warmly disagreed, and blah blah blah. Yeah. So yeah, as far as I remember, if I remember this correctly, they are still technically at war over these islands, which is the strange way to conduct modern diplomacy. But you know, with the recent developments in Ukraine and Russia's intervention, it's not that surprising. We can't actually see Ukraine, but considering all the possibilities, it is not so strange. They have taken Takeda from us. How dare they? Right then, we shall work on annexing someone else. Someone big. Like them. We need to improve, we need to increase their size. So, taking the biggest nations out first might help us, I think. And we can have a new technology, we can have the early Carrack, which is fantastic, and we'll build one immediately. The first true ocean-going ship, unlike galleys and cogs, Carracks can serve the role of proper ocean-going warships. Max colonial range goes up by 100, trade efficiency increase plus 10%, naval morale increase plus 0.1, naval maintenance increase plus 10%, and enables us the early Carrack, which we will build one of. In our port province of Mushashi, in the city of Kabago. Sorry, I'm pronouncing all of these wrong. I know I am. But the thing is, I don't know how to pronounce them. They are difficult to pronounce. No matter how you turn it. For someone who has never studied Japanese or had that much of an interest in Japanese, pronouncing anything that has a Japanese name other than Satsuma and Kyoto and Sapporo, yeah, it's an issue. And I apologize to any Japanese people watching. If you want me to pronounce things correctly, you can tell me in the comments how to do it, and I will try my best. How much? Well, yeah, sure, we'll accumulate money. How do I do these things? Do we have an heir? Yes, we do. He's 15. He's not that bad an heir, but he could be better. Our administrative technology will also go up soon, so that's good. But trying to tech up as quickly as possible. Is anyone else teching up before us? Yes, they are. Everyone seems to be ahead in tech in some sort, especially the nomads. Because if I remember correctly, their tech goes up. Doesn't have the. I don't remember. I think the Japanese has 50%, and then the nomads have like 30% or something weird like that. Hateyakama has declared war on Hosokawa, which is this one. So we must get these guys in as quickly as possible into our realm. I could cheat, but we're not going to do that. We're gonna try to do as much as we can, as quickly as we can. Try to get some of the biggest ones in, and then we can still, declare war on the smaller ones later. Especially in these. This guy has no allies at the moment. So war might be possible with some of these smaller guys. Yeah, you don't have many allies, do you? No, only the data, and the data aren't that big. Yeah, but I think we went wrongly for some things, because I'm pretty sure that by now we should have a much bigger much more land. Land technology research useless. They have a point, or ignore them. Ignore them. We're going to minus prestige. I don't care. We're simply not going to. Lose admin points, because we can't afford to lose admin points. They have 14 ships. Where are they getting all the money from? From trade, aren't they? Again, I clicked on Gyeongsang. Who has the most power? Ochi, and then Hateyakama. Hateyakama, see, they're getting quite a bit in. So Ochi are getting the most. We're getting a little bit less, but we're trying. They have 9,000 men as well. I like that we get a separate sprite pack. I might actually look if there was a DLC for Japan. I know there were some new DLCs for colonial units, so I might take a look if there was some for Japan, and if they are, I'll install them. Or rather purchase them and have them installed, because why not? I really wouldn't mind having a specific unit. I mean, we already have the samurai kind of look to them. Don't know what the rest have. Yeah, we have a special one, so that's good. Let's quickly pause and see what. Ah, damn it! The ships are already out of range. Yeah, I like that their capital is in Beijing. Sometimes it might be smarter to have their capital in Nanjing or Hongzhou. Not so close to the border, but oh well. I'm actually thinking of starting a single-player game on my own, a heavily modded one, as probably Viet. I was currently playing as Illyria, which you can form in the extended vanilla experience. You can form it out of the nations in the Balkans, if you control the Balkans, basically. And Kran out of Austria. You need to get Kran out of Austria, but you can form Illyria, which is a nice Balkan nation, which was technically, it was considered to be whatchamacallit, to be a nation, or to be a union of the southern the Yugoslav tribes, which is what it was considered as. It never came to fruition because it was considered under the Hungarian and the Austrian rules, and we all know that they weren't just gonna give away vast swaths of land to a new country, especially because it would revoke more or less all their sea access. Because Hungary had sea access through Croatia, and the Austrians had sea access through modern-day Slovenia and parts of Italy. Medieval administration. With a military leader governor of society, the next stage of development is to have a literate class of administrators. Usually this will be drawn from the ranks of clergy. Production efficiency plus 10% may support the rebels. So that's gonna help us out a bit. Now we just need the Earth Rampant. And then get the level 4 ideal group, so that we can have the first ideal group. We need a level 4 technology so that we can have a first day group. That's what I wanted to say. We only got about 2 minutes left on the episode. And currently he's playing the Battle of Lepanto. And yeah, we're not gonna get to actually annex these guys by the end of the episode, which is a shame, but oh well. I like how these are playing. The Hosokawa are unsieging everything these guys are sieging, so this war technically would never end. And they're at war, so I don't think I can annex them until they get out of war. Do we have any aggressive expansion against them? No, surprisingly not. They have a penalty because of their relative power to liege. We still have the most troops. Can we have any more? No, we have too many ships as well. So we are going to take off the cog and demolish the cog, just to get us above our limit again. Well, or on our limit again. You know what? I'm gonna pull the episode, so it's gonna be a bit late. And we'll do that. I'm gonna pull the episode in so that it's a bit late, and we're just gonna get these annexed. So that we get some more power going. Right? Yeah, that's good. And then we'll be able to annex the other ones easier because we'll be bigger. Which does have an effect on the world. Or on the annexation process. They might actually be a bit too big, Hatayakama, so we might have to annex a few of the other ones first. We might have to go after the Ochi first. I don't know, we'll have to see. I do not remember. My memory of how annexation work is, diplomatic annexation works is not the best at the moment. Because while I enjoy or like diplo annexing things, especially if I'm playing in the HRD, but I haven't played in the HRD for a while, since our last game as Prussia, but even then we didn't much diplo annex anymore. Because no one wanted to be a vassal. We were too powerful. No! Ignore all demands. There we go. They're beginning to annex everything. They're actually just after Harima. Shiba declared war on Dante's conquest. They are after they are after Harima. They don't care about the rest, it seems. And these guys are now at war with Hatayakama and yeah, these guys, the Shiba. So yeah, we'll see what happens. We've learned about things over here. We're learning about more and more things towards the Africas. And this is actually on the border here, isn't this near Aden already? This is, I think this is near, whatchamacallit is over here. Can you guys remember? Saudi Arabia? Is it already there? Are we already there? Impossible. Oh well, if we are in Arabia already, that's great. Actually might actually try to get some royal marriages down here. Like these guys have a disputed succession. And the guy is actually quite old. Would they actually get a royal marriage with us? No, because we're too far away. See, that's the issue with being Japan. Everything is too far away. Except Korea, and Korea hates us. Korea is also Confucian, and we are the Shinto. Or we are not the Shinto, we are Shinto. But it's okay. I don't care which religion we are. We might have to take religious idea if we spread religious ideas when we spread, because there's not a lot of Shinto to go around. There's some Hindu in some places and Buddhist, but we're the only ones that are Shinto. Uesugi declared war on Date. Because all of this is Confucian. And this is all Buddhist. And we have Sunnis over here, which is an issue because they're Sunni. They are in the Chinese Tegru, but yeah. There's a bunch of Hindu and Shiite and Sunni issues here because I don't even want to begin to explain how India is at this period, because India in this period is weird. Basically, what's going on is they have most of it is Hindu, but it's ruled by the Shiite and the Sunni classes, which is why this looks like this. And then it's slowly gonna get converted, parts of it, but state religions, they are quite big though, which I don't like. We might go and try and annex them and see what happens. Probably not in this episode though. When is this going to be? In August of 65. Yeah, I think I'm going to end the episode here, guys. We're going to take this last technology and then end the episode. Which is the military technology. Earthen rampant in 1500s during the siege of Pisa, the walls started to crumble under the barrage of the French siege artillery. Local residents started to pile up rubble outside in form of sloping rampant. This proved to be less vulnerable to artillery fire, while at the same time still able to resist and escalate. Land morale efficiency plus 0.5, and we can now build earth rampants everywhere. I'm gonna end the episode here. It's got 25 minutes long. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to share it with your friends, because if you share it with one friend, and they subscribe, that's double the subscribers, and that helps me out, and in the end helps you out because I can bring you more content. But again, thank you for watching, and until next time, bye bye.